What's up everyone, welcome back to Workshop Rebuild. We're back on the Thomas Skidsteer for part 3, so stay tuned. So I moved on outside and today I'll be working on the back door from the Thomas Skidsteer. And what I want to do today is grind down with the wire wheel all the rust that I can, and then maybe I'll do some touch-up work with a disc, and later on after that I'm going to be sanding it outside, and then I can move it on inside so I can wipe everything off and get it ready for a coat of primer. So stay tuned. If you're working with the angle grinder, don't forget to wear your glasses. I just did a little patch right here on this side, and as you guys can see, this is already bare metal right here, and then it transitions over to this rusty area here where the paint is also just flaking off basically. So everything right here, even in these grooves or little pit holes, everything has been removed, and this right here, this little rusty area right here, or that, it's just basically just dust. As you guys can see, it's just dust. So when I clean this off, this is all going to be just one clean surface, bare metal, ready to prime. On the inside done. As you guys can see, my wire wheels are actually very short, but the good thing about these wire wheels right here, they were probably, what would that be, 3/4 of an inch long on the outside, and now they're only half of that. But what I actually really like about these is, as you push it onto the surface or the material, it actually, the closer you come to this solid area here where it's crimped on, it's actually harder, and they don't tend to fly out as fast, so you can actually add more force to the metal as you're grinding, and to me it actually works even better. It's not the best thing to then go into these hard to reach places right here, like in the corners, but for straight surfaces, or even, as you guys can see right here, there's a little groove right there, the whole length, and down here, but I can really push into that groove and take away material in a quicker time period than if it would be longer, where the bristles actually just tend to fold over as I push into the material. That's what I actually really like about these. So whenever they're down to that, I actually just keep them and use them for flat areas like this, because if I'd have to sand that down with the palm sander, that would take forever. So it's actually a really good way to just keep these around and use them till they're really gone. I was able to address all the little damage here on this back door. As you can see here, all the shiny spots I addressed. And I'll give you a close-up on that, and then we'll bring it in. So right here, all the paint's gone on the whole door, and all these little spots, all these little scratches right here. This is the bottom end, so as you guys can see, there's been much more damage just from hitting certain rocks or so on. This side as well, the top has barely anything, just one or two spots right here, but everything is gone, and especially the rust is off this door, which is important when we want to lay our primer down. So this right here I can technically clean outside and then bring it in the shop. What I'd like to achieve today is clean up these two rusty pins, clean out the inside diameter of these bores right here, and that our hinge mechanism will function properly when I put this back door on right here. And what I'm also going to have to do is 3D print 4 bushings for these pins right here that go right in between here and right in between here. So if you guys want to learn a little bit of that 3D printing process, I'll take you through that, and hopefully you guys can learn something today. So stay tuned. Okay, so what I have prepared right here is my digital caliper and 2 pins. All I need is technically 1, so I'm going to go based off of 1 pin, and I have a piece of paper and a pencil to write down my measurements, and I'll give you guys a close-up on this when I'm done, and then we'll take all these measurements and go on to the computer, and then I'll show you how that goes and explain the 3D printing process as well. I'm going to go with 101 millimeters. And I'm going to take a measurement just based off of these pieces that are right here from the hinge, so I know the biggest diameter I should make my bushing. That's about 44.2. I'm going to take a measurement right here. That's 89. So I'm done measuring. I was able to get 4 crucial measurements that I need that will allow me to create these 3D printed bushings. So with these measurements right here, I'll explain to you what I'm going to calculate and how I'm going to process these numbers and put them on the computer. I have my pin right here, 25.4 millimeter, and the biggest OD it can be is 44.25. The hinge inside length is 101 millimeters. And then on the door we have 89.2, and the door inside diameter is 31.45, and with these values right here I can create the bushing. So what I'm going to create is the top view and then the bottom view. So I'm going to have one circle right here. That will be where the pin goes. And then I need an outside diameter like that, and then based off that I'm still going to need one more outside ring, and that's how my bushing will look like. If I bring this down here to a side view, it will then look like this. Right here. So the pin would actually be right here, and the bushing material is on the outside on these lines right here. So as you guys can see, this is the bushing right here. This is a top view, this is a side view, which is at the same time cut on this plane right here. like so. And now what I'm going to do is give this a measurement right here, and I will create this after in my software, and then from there on go to the 3D print. Right here is the 3D printer. This is a Anet E16, and we're going to turn it on right now. I'm going to insert the program with the memory stick. I'm gonna automatically set up the home that it references every axis. Okay, so just reference the home axis, and now what I'm gonna do is heat up the filament or material and heat up the bed, and then I will click start, and hopefully all goes well, and we'll have bushings here in a bit.
We're gathered at a restaurant here, and it's pretty much just a logistics meeting to figure out who's going what, where, who, how, and why.
So here's the bushing right here, and this right here is the back door. It is a snug fit right in here. I'm going to be pushing this in, and I'm going to be putting one on the top and bottom, each hinge right here. So 2 here and 2 on the bottom, and then I can take this right here with the hoist and bring it up to the machine and hopefully attach it successfully.